Hello, my dear brothers and sisters, and I warmly welcome you all to a new episode. Before we move forward with today's story, please subscribe to and press the bell icon so that you receive notifications for all my videos. So let's begin today's story. It was the humid and scorching morning of June 27, 2018. The heat was unbearable, not just for humans but even for animals. In Bihar's Purnia district, within the Jalalgarh police station area, two friends, Rama and Vinay, decided to take a dip in Bilaria Pond. They would often take their cattle to graze near the pond, so visiting the place was a part of their routine. Rama and Vinay were residents of Chakat village in Jalalgarh Panchayat, and Bilaria Pond was about 2 kilometers away from their village. Surrounding the pond was a vast field covered in grass. After grazing, their cattle would wade into the pond to cool off, staying there for about 2 to 3 hours before coming back to shore. That day, as their cattle entered the pond, the two friends decided to head home, planning to return later to fetch the animals. However, just as they began walking back, Rama's eyes suddenly caught something unusual near the bushes along the pond's edge. Out of curiosity, they moved closer, only to be left frozen in shock. There were 2 dead bodies lying near the bushes. Both bodies were headless, and they were of women. Terrified, the two friends screamed and ran towards the village. Upon reaching, they informed the villagers about the 2 corpses near Bilaria Pond. Within moments, a large crowd gathered near the pond. When Manoj Kumar Tatma, son of Ashok Tatma, heard the news, he too rushed to the spot. His 2 aunts, Kalawati and Malawati, had mysteriously disappeared 4 days ago. On June 23rd, they had left home in the afternoon, saying they were going to Jalalgarh Bazaar. But even after 4 days, they had not returned, causing great concern among their family members. When they couldn't be found anywhere, Manoj filed a missing persons report at Jalalgarh police station on June 24th. The missing persons report had already been filed. Nevertheless, thinking of this, Manoj rushed to the scene. Pushing through the crowd, he reached the bushes and immediately recognized the bodies from their clothes. They were his 2 aunts. Seeing the corpses, Manoj broke down, wailing in grief. Meanwhile, the village watchman Dev Tatma also arrived and informed Jalalgarh police station's show, Muhammad Ghulam Shahbaz Alam, about the incident over the phone. Upon receiving the information, Alam and his force rushed to Bilaria Tal without delay. Accompanying him were SSI Vaidyanath Sharma, SI Anil Sharma, and constables Avdesh Yadav, Ashok Kumar Mehta, Jairam Paswan, and Upendra Singh. Shacho Muhammad Alam carefully examined the bodies. Both were in a mutilated state, appearing as if they had been partially eaten by wild animals. No evidence was found nearby. The police began searching the surrounding bushes for the victims' heads, but they were nowhere to be found. This indicated that the murders had been committed elsewhere, and the bodies had been dumped there. The killers were highly cunning and left no evidence at the scene. A slight relief for the police was that the bodies had been identified. Secho Muhammad Alam then informed SP Vishal Sharma and SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai about the incident. Upon inspecting the site, they realized that the location where the bodies were found did not fall under their police station's jurisdiction, but instead belonged to the Kasba police station. Consequently, they informed Kasba Secho Arvind Kumar. HO Arvind Kumar arrived at the scene with his police team, but he outright denied that the area fell under his jurisdiction. This led to a prolonged argument between the 2 police stations regarding territorial authority. Meanwhile, SP Vishal Sharma and SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai also arrived. After their intervention and measurements taken by a land surveyor, it was confirmed that the crime scene fell under Kasba police station's jurisdiction. Following SP Sharma's orders, SHO Arvind Kumar completed the on-site formalities and sent both bodies for post-mortem to the district hospital. Since the missing person reports for Kalavati and Malavati had been filed at Jalalgarh police station, SHO Muhammad Alam officially transferred the case to Kasba police station. SHO Arvind Kumar registered an FIR under IPC sections 302 murder and 120B criminal conspiracy against unknown individuals and began further investigation. As the case involved the murder of 2 social activists, it garnered significant media attention, putting immense public pressure on the police. There was chaos all around. SP Vishal Sharma formed a team under the leadership of SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai. This team included Jalalgarh SO Muhammad Ghulam Shahbaz Alam, Kasba Police Station in charge Arvind Kumar, Mufassal Police Station SO Prashant Bardwaj, Technical Branch in charge SSI Jalalgarh Vaidinath Sharma, SI Anil Sharma, Constables Awadhesh Yadav, Ashok Kumar Mehta, Jairam Paswan, and Upendra Singh. SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai started the investigation from the victim's house. Upon questioning Manoj, the investigation officers learned that Kalavati and Malavati had been abandoned by their husbands. Separated from their husbands, both were living at their parental home and working as social activists. During their work, they had made enemies with several antisocial elements in the village who were troubling the locals. Among them, 4 names stood out: Virendra Singh alias Hatta, Lakshmi Das alias Ramji, Budhu Sharma, and Jitendra Sharma. The 2 sisters had previously filed multiple cases against these men, even getting them jailed. The investigators quickly realized that these 4 were behind Kalavati and Malavati's murder. However, at that moment, the police lacked solid evidence to arrest them. To keep an eye on their movements, the investigation officer deployed informers to track where they went, whom they met, and what they did. Meanwhile, Kasba SO Arvind Kumar retrieved the call details of both sisters' mobile phones to understand the case better. Some suspicious numbers appeared in the records. These numbers had been calling Kalavati and Malavati repeatedly for several days. Upon tracing these numbers, the police discovered they belonged to Virendra Singh alias Hatta and Lakshmi Das alias Ramji from the victim's village, Chakat. Based on the call details, the police took Virendra Singh and Lakshmi Das into custody from their homes for questioning. At the same time, an informer gave SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai shocking information. Multiple people from the village were involved in the murder, including Virendra Singh, Lakshmi Das, Budhu Sharma, and Jitendra Sharma. This confirmed the police's suspicion that the double murder was committed by a group. Under intense questioning, Virendra Singh and Lakshmi Das finally confessed that they had killed both sisters. But why? What had the sisters done to you that made you murder them so brutally? SDPO Krishna Kumar Rai asked. Sir, I wasn't alone. Lakshmi Das, Budhu, and Jitendra were also with me. What could we do, sir? The sisters had made our lives miserable, Virendra Singh replied. Following their confession, they revealed all details of the crime. Based on their information, the police arrested Budhu Sharma and Jitendra Sharma from Chakhat village. All 4 accused confessed to the crime. Their interrogation led the police to a pond near the cremation ground, where they had buried the heads of the 2 women. That evening, a press conference was hastily arranged in the entertainment hall of the police lines. The police were filled with enthusiasm after solving the 7-day-old mystery of social activists Kalavati and Malavati's murder. During the press conference, SP Vishal Sharma announced that Kalavati and Malavati were murdered by Virendra Singh, Lakshmi Das, Budhu Sharma, and Jitendra Sharma, all from the same village. Additionally, 12 other people had aided them in executing the crime. 4 accused were arrested, and the police presented them in court, where they were sent to 14 days of judicial custody. Based on the accused statements, the police prepared to take action against 16 individuals, including Virendra Singh alias Hatta, Lakshmi Das alias Ramji, Budhu Sharma, Jitendra Sharma, Dilip Sharma, Vinod Tatma, and Prakash Tatma. Sonu Sharma, Ramlal Sharma, Vishnu Dev Sharma, Papu Sharma, Upendra Sharma, Indal Sharma, Sunil Sharma, Satish Sharma, and Bachan Sharma were all listed on the register on the 1st of July. After the statements of the accused in police investigation, the story unfolded as follows. In the Jalalgarh police station area of Purnia district in Bihar, there is a village called Chakhat Jaidev Tatma. The original residents of this village were Jaidev Tatma and his 3 children. Among them, 1 son, Ashok Tatma, and 2 daughters, Kalawati Tatma and Malawati Tatma. Ashok Tatma was older than both his sisters. Jaidev Tatma was quite famous in Chakhat Panchayat, well known in the area as a big farmer. He provided his children with a good education, as it was his desire that his children become capable and educated. Kalawati and Malawati were more talented than their elder brother Ashok in terms of intellect and artistic skills. Both the sisters were actively involved in social work alongside their studies. Their dream was to serve society when they grew up. With their father's support, Kalawati and Malawati began to expand their efforts in social service, helping the poor and the oppressed, which gave them immense satisfaction. Their father, Jadev Tatma, was pleased with their selfless service. Gradually, they became famous in the village and surrounding areas. Leaving childhood behind, both sisters entered the threshold of youth. Their father was concerned about their marriages, but with some effort and hustle, Jadev Tatma found good husbands and homes for both daughters. With the marriages of both daughters, he was relieved of his responsibilities. After this, only the marriage of their son, Ashok Tatma, was left. Later, he also arranged for his marriage. Ashok and his wife took full responsibility for serving Jadev. Jadev Tatma's life was running smoothly. Little did he know that his blissful life would be disrupted in an instant. Kalawati and Malawati's husbands abandoned them permanently, and they returned to live in their parental home. This deeply saddened Jadev, and he passed away unexpectedly. The sudden death of their father disrupted everything in the household, and the responsibility of the two sisters fell on Ashok's shoulders. However, the two self-respecting sisters did not want to be a burden on their brother. They decided to earn a living on their own. Ashok was quite troubled, constantly thinking about one thing: what had his sisters done in their in-laws' house that their husbands had abandoned them? He knew them well, so he couldn't understand why such a thing had happened. To find out, Ashok spoke to both his sisters. They honestly told him everything. Ashok already knew that both sisters were social activists. Despite managing household responsibilities in their respective in-laws' houses, Kalawati and Malawati could never rid themselves of the urge to serve society. For a while, both sisters kept their faces covered in the veil, Gungat, in their in-laws' homes, but soon enough, they began to feel suffocated under it. Both sisters were free-spirited, independent thinkers, and fierce advocates for justice. The profession they were involved in required them to step out of the house. When Kalawati and Malawati were out, they would often return home very late. Their husbands didn't like this at all. The men tried to convince them to give up social work and stay home to manage the household, arguing that there were many people in the world who could serve society. Their in-laws were also not pleased with their work, and instead of appreciating or supporting them, they opposed it. Slowly, their in-laws began to object to their social work, and the differences in thought grew. Kalawati and Malawati were not willing to step back from their social work. Their husbands, along with Ashok and their father-in-law, Jadev Tatma, complained repeatedly. Ashok and his father tried to explain things to them, but the sisters were stubborn and didn't listen. Eventually, the fears of Jadev Tatma and Ashok came true. Conflicting thoughts and egos led to such a rift between the couple that they couldn't stand to look at each other anymore. Living under the same roof, they began to act as if they were strangers. Daily arguments between the husband and wife created a toxic atmosphere, and the peace and harmony of the house completely deteriorated. Eventually, the husbands freed Kalawati and Malawati from their lives, and both of them got divorced. Interestingly, both of their life stories were connected by similar events. Whatever happened in their lives, whether joy or sorrow, happened in the same way for both. It's true that often one is defeated by their own people, and Ashok too was defeated by the fate of his sisters. But what could he do? He couldn't throw them out of the house. Out of social obligation, he took them in and gave them a place to stay. They were grateful to their brother, but both sisters didn't want to live as a burden on him. It wasn't that they weren't sad. They were deeply upset, but didn't know whom to share their grief with. They were alive, but felt like living corpses, with no existence of their own. The loss of their husbands didn't hurt as much as the death of their father. Kalawati and Malawati clearly told Ashok that they wouldn't live as burdens and would find a way to make a living. Both sisters returned to social work once again. This time, there was no one to control or criticize them. They left the house early in the morning and came back late at night, roaming around doing social work. Ashok had come to understand his sisters well, and he didn't keep an eye on them. He trusted them completely and knew they would never do anything to bring shame to the family or community. However, their neighbors in the village, especially Virendra Singh, Hada Lakshmi Das, Ramji, and Jitendra Sharma, did not trust their character at all. They spread rumors about Kalawati and Malawati, claiming that they were involved in immoral activities to make a living. Gradually, these rumors spread throughout the village. One day, Kalawati and Malawati heard these allegations, and they couldn't believe it. They were in utter shock, unable to fathom that such things were being said about them, even though they had always been of impeccable character. When they learned of the rumors, they were deeply disturbed. For a person with a clean character, such allegations were no less than a deep wound. The two sisters decided to take action and punish those who were defaming them. They soon learned that Virendra, Lakshmi Das, Buddhu, and Jitendra were behind it. Determined to seek revenge, Kalawati and Malawati gathered information about these men, who were all trusted associates of the village head. With the influence of the village head, these men would engage in antisocial activities. The sisters, using the right to information, RTI, gathered evidence and filed a case against Virendra Singh and Lakshmi Das, sending them to jail. Their revenge didn't stop there. Kalawati and Malawati prepared the ground for the four men's downfall, and soon they were all spending their days behind bars. Virendra, Lakshmi Das, Buddhu, and Jitendra were frustrated with repeated imprisonments, and they devised a dangerous plan to get rid of the two sisters. A number of their associates, Dilip Sharma, Vinod Tatma, Prakash Tatma, Sonu Sharma, Ramlal Sharma, Vishnu Dev Sharma, Papu Sharma, Upendra Sharma, Indal Sharma, Sunil Sharma, Satish Sharma, and Bechan Sharma, were ready to support them. Together they decided that as long as Kalawati and Malawati were alive, they would never be allowed to live in peace. The best solution to the problem was to eliminate them. About 5 days before the incident, they had already planned everything. Virendra Singh and his associates had conspired against Kalawati and Malawati. They began to observe them. After surveillance, they finalized the plan to murder the two sisters. The plan was to be carried out by decapitating the sisters and disposing of their heads in different locations, making it difficult for the police to identify the bodies. Everything was proceeding according to plan. It was around 2 p.m. on June 23, 2018, when Virendra informed his associates to keep an eye on the two sisters. At around 2 p.m., Kalawati and Malawati left their house to go to Jalalgarh market. They had told their nephew Manoj that they would return after a short while. As soon as the two sisters left the house, somehow the information reached Virendra Singh. He immediately alerted his associates that the sisters were heading towards Jalalgarh market. The road from Chakhat to Jalalgarh was partly desolate and surrounded by jungle. While Kalawati and Malawati were heading towards the market through this desolate area, Virendra Singh, Lakshmi Das, Buddhu Sharma, Jitendra Sharma, and 12 other associates ambushed them on the road. They forcibly took the two sisters to Bilria Ghat. Virendra and his associates used sharp knives to slit their throats, killing them. Afterward, they decapitated the sisters and buried their heads by the edge of the ghat, digging a hole in the ground. The bodies were then taken about 500 meters away and thrown into the bushes, after which the perpetrators returned to their homes. Virendra and his associates had carried out the crime with great cunning, but they forgot that no matter how clever a criminal is, they cannot escape the long arms of the law for too long. One day, the law always catches up with criminals. Eventually, all of them were arrested by the police. After sending 4 of the accused to jail, the police also arrested 12 other fugitives and sent them to jail. A charge sheet was filed in court against all 16 arrested individuals. None of the arrested accused were granted bail. If Virendra and his associates had been more cautious and smart, they would not have faced such an end.